Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nanshi, how are you? Can you please post my story as hidden identity? I am a man who is aged 46 years old. I am regretting a lot because of some of these rituals that I did. You know, there are times when I see spirits, these spirits, it is only I or my wife that can see these spirits. Then they will start to chase us and they will be throwing rocks at me and my wife. Even sometimes when we are fast asleep, we can even hear noises on top of our roof. This noise, it will be those same spirits that are angry with us because some of the conditions that they want, we cannot do it. Like last year, they had said that it was the final year where we were supposed to sacrifice two amongst our relatives, in which we said, but the agreement that we had after things had gotten messed up was that each and every year we had to sacrifice a black bull, in which it was easy for me and my wife because we are cattle breeders. So this is how it all started. There was a time when my life became so hard, I did not even know what else to do, where else to go to. Life became so difficult, and in that moment, that was when I even realized that I was about to lose my wife, for she threatened me with divorce if I could not agree to go with her to a traditional healer. My wife, she comes from an area in Chikombedzi. That is where we went and we did the first rituals. So usually when someone is doing these money-making rituals, they just do not go to the same traditional healer. Yes, there are those that just go to one healer, then everything will just work out for them. But as for me and my wife, it took us several traditional healers for us to find someone who could assist us. The healer there in Chikombedzi said that I am going to give you a charm. So the type of a charm that I was given was that it can help me to locate a true traditional healer, because there are those that can just steal your money. Since you will be in a desperate situation, you will believe in anything. He said himself he could not assist us because he was just a herbalist, but he could try to make sure that he can give us a charm that can connect or lead us to people who could assist me and my wife. And we were facing a very difficult situation during those days. I was so stressed out because me and my wife, we owned a big farm and the bills were piling up, because even though we were owning this farm, we had an agreement with one war veteran who had repossessed this farm from a white farmer who had fled to Britain. So he said that, do you want this farm? And we said, yes, indeed. So we bought the farm from him. It was rent to buy basis, but we were struggling to keep up with the monthly installments because of the misfortunes and the bad luck that we were facing. Then there was this other small farm that was taken away from us. It was a small piece of land. We had managed to buy it, but we were unable to finish up the rest of the amount that we had agreed with the seller. So we were just trying to survive. We were into cattle breeding and cultivating maize and other grains. So what was happening during those years was that there was a law that was put into place, and you had to sell as a farmer your produce directly to GNB in a function economy that will make sense, because it will destroy the black market. But our country is a non-functioning country. When you force the farmers to sell their produce directly to government companies like GMB, where do you leave the farmer? You leave the farmer with a lot of debt, because when you are buying some of this equipment, mainly from South Africa, like we had to buy a tractor, you cannot use Zim dollars there. You have to go to the illegal money changers, because if you go to a bank, the bank will tell you that they don't have foreign currency. And for you to buy the South African rand against the US dollar from these illegal money changes, it will cost you a lot of money. So everything that you will be using on your farm, it will be in US dollars. But when you are going to sell to the market, you will be forced to be given a small portion in US dollars. The rest, it will be in RTGS. It was very difficult for me, an honest farmer like me. Like those that have political connections, they survived very well, because They would go to different banks with their political connections, and then they would be given money. But if you were an honest farmer, you will start to struggle. The situation was very tough. And then that was when we said it was far much better for us to leave this thing, because the money that we were being given was worthless RTGS that we were using during those years. So when I said it was far much better for me to leave all of this, my wife said, well, if you are going to leave it, if you do not want to fight for this farm, for everything, for the work that we have put into this farm, it is far much better that you and we divorce each other. I thought that she was just joking, but as hard as it is, every woman out there, no matter what she tells you, she will dump you when things get really bad. Women, naturally, they want to be with a financially stable man. When things got so hard, my wife started to complain. Yes, we had cars, we had a farm, but there was one night when we went to bed hungry. We could not afford anything anymore. Life was just basically too hard for us to cope. We stopped sleeping together. She was sleeping in another room. She was even speaking with some of her relatives that were in Europe. That was like the end of my marriage. She said, I do not want anything from you anymore since you have decided that you want to sell this farm, you want to give it to someone else so that you can recover all of your losses and the cars and the tractors. So just sign this divorce thing and let me go with the kids. Unless she gave me an option and she said, you know, we can go back to Chikombedzi, a village where she grew up in, and then we can just go and consult. I was refusing because I was a Christian. It was very hard for me to consult with a traditional healer. She then said, it is fine. You can sign the divorce papers. I have tried to help you. I will leave everything. I don't need anything from you. Just allow me and the kids to go to Europe. I did not want to lose my wife. I did not want to lose my kids. I said it is far much better that I stop being a Christian for a day. Little did I know that this decision that I was about to make, it was going to cost me a lot in the future. The life of being a ritualist, it is a tough life because there are decisions that are taken by the spirits that will be giving you money, and you cannot question the devil, for the devil only gives you one chance. So me and my wife, we went to Chikombedzi, and this traditional healer assisted us and gave us a charm and said that I have bad blood. And him saying that I have bad blood, it means that I have natural. He said there are people that are born with natural bad luck. No one bewitched you. He said that there is something that happened in your bloodline, your ancestors, and they were cursed. They were cursed from the start. Because your ancestors, what they did, it can never be resolved. It is a curse that will last forever. The curse of bad and misfortunes, bad luck, and it will be in your bloodline forever. Even after Jesus returns, this curse will be following your bloodline. So you need some other spirits of good luck that can assist you with this type of a bad luck that you have. That was when we were given the charm. This charm, whenever I am at a traditional healer's place, I squeeze it, and if it responds, it means that this is a true traditional healer. If it is just quiet, then it means that it is a fake traditional healer. That is how me and my wife ended up being ritualist. The moment that things got bad, my wife got angry, got mad one day, and then she took this small bag where we were keeping all of these charms, and then she took all of those charms and she threw them away, and those spirits, they got mad. Now they demand the blood. They say that they do not want the blood of the bulls that we used to sacrifice, for it was too easy for us since we are cattle breeders. They say that they want the blood of our daughter. That is where I am, me and my wife currently. She is looking up to me to take a decision. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our brother. That was the translation that was sent to me. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world.